Hello, Elizabeth here, and today I'm going to show you how I rhinestoned this eyelash-shaped mirror. As much as I love rhinestoning tumblers, I've been having fun branching out and seeing what other unique things I can add some sparkle to. I've also recently fallen down the Maximalist home design rabbit hole, and I gotta say, it's right up my alley. So when I came across this lash mirror, I thought it would be a really fun rhinestone project. I'm gonna walk you through everything step by step. My favorite glue for rhinestone projects is called Gem Tack by the brand Beacon, and I transfer it into a precision tip bottle. I like to use a wax pencil that can be sharpened to pick up and place my rhinestones. For this project, I'm using a pack of mixed size black rhinestones. There are links to all the products I'm using in the description of this video. The mirror comes with a protective film on both the mirror surface and the black acrylic frame. I'm removing the film from the acrylic, but leaving the film on the mirror until I'm finished so I don't get any glue on it. Typically, I sand the surface of my rhinestone projects with sandpaper before I begin blinging to help the glue and the rhinestones adhere to it better. But because the mirror will be hanging on a wall and won't be handled or washed, I'm going to skip that step. The glue should be strong enough on its own. For this project, I'm using the scatter method, which means I'm just picking up and placing the different rhinestone sizes in whatever way they kind of fit. There's no particular pattern or order to the stones I'm using. I do, however, make sure that the edges are lined first so that there's a nice crisp edge without any bumps sticking out. So I began by outlining the inner circle of the mirror, placing random sizes side by side all the way around to create a clean line. Then I outlined the outer edges of the circular section in the same fashion, making sure the line was straight and smooth. Once those outlines were in place, I filled in the space in between. As long as the color of your stones matches the color of the surface you're sticking to, filling the intersection doesn't have to be perfect because any small gaps will blend in. The most important thing is for the outline to be clean. So I just filled in the spaces as snugly as possible with the various sizes of stones, but didn't stress too much about finding the perfect fit. Next, I outlined the edges of the lash line above and below the pupil to finish off that outer circle. I closed in the edges to meet the sides I filled in earlier, and then filled in the spaces with the scatter method just like before. Then I worked my way along the lash lines to the outer corners of the eye, again making sure to do the outline first and then fill in the middle. Finally, I filled in each eyelash. I needed a lot of my smallest size stones for this part because after outlining the edges, the space left in the middle is pretty tiny. But I followed the same technique I've been using all along, making sure the outer edges are super smooth and filling in the gaps as snugly as possible. After letting those stones dry, I peeled off the protective film on the mirror, and here is the final result. As always, Pickles does the sniff test for quality assurance purposes, and she gave it her approval. Thank you, Pickles. The acrylic frame was pretty flimsy to begin with, so the rhinestones actually made it feel much more solid and sturdy, but not extremely heavy. This mirror was already a really fun piece, but I think the sparkle makes it that much better. I'd love to hear what you think. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what you would like to see next. See you later!